Just think what a 12-year-old boy can do. This story is all about a 12-year-old boy in which the boy does something which we can never even imagine. Let's see what this 12-year-old boy does. The story begins with a girl named Ashley who is driving to Mr. Holson's house. There she has to take care of his son Luke because Mr. Holson has to go to a party, and this is not the first time for Ashley. Ashley has taken up babysitting jobs before, and Ashley has taken care of Luke before also. Maybe that's why his parents trust her completely. Luke is in his room with his friend John. He was telling his friend something about Ashley. He is much more strange than his age. As soon as he gets to know that Ashley has come, he immediately comes down to welcome her. But his mother sends him to sleep and tells Ashley that after Luke goes to sleep, put this pencil on his room's door because he has a habit of sleepwalking. This will let you know when Luke comes out of his room. For now, Ashley, you wash the clothes. Saying this, Luke's parents leave the house. After that, Luke starts using his naughty mind. He keeps staring at Ashley again and again. Now he even sends John to his house so that no one disturbs him. But then Luke gets to know that Ashley is talking to her boyfriend, who calls Ashley to meet him because Christmas is about to come and they can spend time together. But Ashley refuses to meet him, and Luke is happy to hear this. Then Luke brings a bottle of alcohol from Dad's mocktail cabin. He starts drinking. Then Ashley sees Luke drinking. She immediately tries to snatch the bottle. Then the phone rings and Ashley receives the call, but no one answers. After this, Luke starts a horror movie and both of them sit together and start watching it. Then the pizza man comes outside. Ashley and Luke doesn't order any pizza. They tell the pizza man that we haven't ordered any. The pizza man says that the order has come from this house, so you will have to take this pizza. But looking at Luke's face, it seemed that this was his work. But he doesn't tell Ashley. Ashley and Luke start eating pizza. Luke tries to come closer to Ashley. Once he even tries to kiss her, but Ashley scolded him. But Luke says that I have grown up now and I understand everything. Meanwhile, Ashley sees someone standing at the window behind her. But when she turns back, there is no one there. She gets up to look at the clothes. Then she sees an open window, which she had closed just a while ago. Ashley gets scared. She thinks that maybe someone has found out that she is alone in this house, and now he is trying to scare her. She comes to look again, but then the bell rings once again. When she looks through the gate hole, she finds that there is no one there. Ashley asks him to call the police and urges Luke for his phone. Luke throws the phone and it falls into the water. Ashley gets angry and tries to take the phone out. Then the bell rings for the third time. This time, Ashley opens the gate, shouts and asks who it is. Suddenly, John comes and it is revealed that John is playing a prank which was already planned. But then something happens which is not in the plan. There is a sound of glass breaking from the upper floors, as if someone has thrown stones. Ashley, Luke and John go upstairs without making any noise. They go and see that the window's glass is broken. Ashley gets very scared after saying all this and immediately calls the police from the house phone. But someone had cut the phone line of the house. They try to connect to Wi-Fi, but someone had switched that off too. And then they hear some noise from downstairs. Ashley and Luke come running downstairs, but they find nothing there. In the meantime, John comes down from upstairs carrying the same stone on which it was written that if you go out, you will be killed. Suddenly, a flash comes from outside and John gets so scared that he starts running towards the outside. Then a bullet is fired. That bullet hits John directly and he dies on the spot. Ashley and Luke were trembling with fear. Ashley immediately closes the gate and lies down with Luke. Luke starts crying because he has seen such a dangerous scene for the first time. Ashley tries to make him understand and says that we have to be brave. Whatever happens, we have to face it. But first, we have to go to a safe place. She wipes Luke's tears and then both of them go upstairs. Both of them go and hide on the top floor. The stairs of that floor were hidden, so the stranger will not know where they are hiding. He only knew that only one boy was alone in this house. Both of them sit there without making any noise. Just then a spider falls on Ashley's face. She starts screaming with fear and opens the stairs of the floor. Now the stranger knows where those people are. They are hiding, but then Luke holds Ashley and hugs her and says that my father has a gun. First we have to take it, then we can face him. Somehow they take the gun, but the stranger comes inside this house with a torch. He was searching for them in that room. Luke, like a caring boy, takes Ashley with him and hides behind the door, and the stranger doesn't get to know him. Both of them run to Luke's room and hide in the cupboard. Just then a sounds come from Luke's toy, and what they fear happened. The stranger comes into the room with a gun in his hand. Both of them sit holding their breath, Ashley remembering something, that the mask this stranger is wearing, maybe I have seen it somewhere before. Then she remembers Luke's family picture, in which Luke's father was wearing the same mask. She immediately comes out of the closet and says, take off your mask and come here. Ashley finds out who is behind the mask. It is none other than John. This was all Luke's plan. Wow, oh my god, what a acting. But why did you do this? Actually, he wanted to save Ashley so that he could become a hero in her eyes and get closer to her. But that doesn't happen. Ashley starts abusing Luke. You should go to a mental hospital, not school, because you are a psycho and you need a doctor. Hearing this, Luke loses his mind and starts getting angry. But for now, he controls his anger. Ashley is going to call his parents. Just then, Luke slaps her hard from behind. Due to this, Ashley falls down the stairs and falls unconscious. When Ashley opens her eyes after a few hours, the whole story changes. Luke had become more obsessed than Ashley. He can go to any extent to get her water. Ashley was screaming after seeing herself tied up, but Luke silenced Ashley by keeping her at gunpoint. Luke says, do what I say, otherwise you will lose your life. Luke asks Ashley to play a game of truth and dare. Luke then asks Ashley to tell one truth. He asks Ashley, how many boys have you been physical with till now? Ashley says, not even one. Then John chooses dare and tells Luke to touch her upper body part, and he does so as per John's instructions. Now it was very clear what this innocent looking boy had in their mind. John asks Luke to dare him again. Luke pushes him away and refuses, and they start arguing. Ashley sees an opportunity and shows the house in the front with the light of the torch. Probably no one was there because it was Christmas time and everyone would be busy. Now Luke forces Ashley to give him alcohol. Ashley refuses and she breaks the bottle. Luke gets angry and starts abusing her. Then there is another twist in the story. Ashley's boyfriend Ronnie enters. Some time ago, when Ashley came to Luke's house, she had messaged Ronnie that if she didn't come by 2 o'clock, then he should come to this address. Now both of them get scared when the bell rings. Luke immediately shuts Ashley's mouth and goes to open the gate. On opening the gate, it is revealed that it is Ronnie. Luke refuses to let Ronnie enter the house and says that Ashley has left from here. Ronnie doesn't listen to Luke and says she had messaged me that she is here. Ronnie starts entering the house and starts calling Ashley, Ashley. Luke gets tense because his game might get spoiled now. But Ronnie wasn't ready to stop and kept on entering the house. Ronnie also reaches the place where Ashley was tied. Then Luke comes from behind with a bat and hits Ronnie on the head, and he hits him. Ronnie falls down. Luke thinks he has fainted, so he starts dancing. But Ronnie gets up again and hit him a lot. But somehow Luke thrust a pencil into Ronnie's cheek. Meanwhile, John comes with a gun. Ronnie raises both his hands in fear. He sits on his knee without taking any risk. After this, Luke attacks Ronnie again from behind, and this time he gets badly injured, and the ground is covered in blood. Luke cleans everything. He even cleans the pencil, which he used to think he was a John Wick. Well, after doing all this, he comes down. Johnny ties Ronnie to a chair and makes him sit with Ashley. Now both of them are under his control. It will be morning in a while and Luke's parents also arrive. Whenever Luke tries to do something wrong, John stops him from doing it because he crosses his limit. Luke doesn't listen to him and starts threatening him. Now another shocking secret is revealed. John says that actually I have called Ronnie by messaging him from Ashley's phone. That is why he come here. I wanted to torture Ronnie in front of you intentionally. Luke points the gun and says, my heart is telling me to kill one of you two. I will not do this because if the bullet is fired, the sound will reach outside and then people will start suspecting. Luke asks Ronnie to smoke a cigarette. Ronnie refuses. Even then, Luke forcefully opens his mouth. After putting the cigarette inside his mouth, he closes Ronnie's mouth so that the smoke comes out from the injured area and Ronnie feels pain. Seeing this, Ashley says that it is not Ronnie's fault. Leave it. But Luke is crazy. Tonight, Luke wants to do everything which he has seen in the movies. Luke tells John, I want to see what happens when a person dies by throwing a paint can on his head. And at the same time, Ashley steals a piece of glass which she had stolen at that time while they were catching Ronnie. Ashley was slowly trying to cut the tape on her leg. Meanwhile, Luke started his experiment with Ronnie. He blindfolds Ronnie and makes him sit in the middle of the hall. Luke goes upstairs and brings a paint can and ties it with a rope and throws it down, but he misses. Meanwhile, Ashley frees on leg with the help of that glass. And here Ronnie was begging for his life. Ashley takes the gun laying on the table and goes to Luke and threatens him saying, throw it down or I will blow your skull off. Luke throws the paint can down and it hits Ronnie's head and his face is completely blown off. Due to this, he dies on the spot. Seeing this, Ashley can't believe that a child can do this. But Ashley has to accept that Luke doesn't have a child's mind. He has become a psycho and he can do anything. Ashley threatens to shoot him. In the process, she fires an air shot. Luke starts laughing because there is only one bullet in the gun. And now the gun is also empty. Then Ashley starts running away from there. So John runs after her, but he can't see her because Ashley had thrown away John's glass. He was unable to see anything clearly. Taking advantage of the situation, Ashley also starts running. Suddenly, a stone falls from above and hits Ashley's head and she falls unconscious. Luke also messages Ashley's ex-boyfriend and invites him to meet him. Ashley's ex-boyfriend also comes to meet her. Where he meets Luke, Luke tells him that I am her brother and Ashley wants him to write an apology letter for her. He writes a letter and gives it to Luke. Then Luke ties a noose around his neck from behind and hangs him from a tree and leaves from there. Luke leaves the letter at that place so that everyone thinks that he committed suicide because of Ashley. It is hard to believe that a 12-year-old child is behaving like John Wick. Then Luke ties Ashley up after decorating her like a Christmas tree. Ashley had John. Ashley now tries to trap John in her words. John starts believing Ashley's words. Ashley says, your friend is just using you. Hearing this, John slowly starts untying the rope. But then Luke comes and shoots and he kills his friend. Luke shouts at Ashley and says, I killed my friend for you. Then Luke goes and sits close to Ashley and starts showing love to her. After sitting like this for some time, he goes to the kitchen and brings a knife from there, cuts Ashley's throat with the knife. He had killed everyone, but this story doesn't end here. If Luke had left like this, the police would have caught him. So now he goes to Ashley's ex and puts her fingerprints on all the things he used to kill her, so that everyone thinks that he has taken revenge for cheating and Ashley's ex has murdered her. He clears every place where there is evidence of his presence to remove the evidence. After clearing, he goes to sleep. Then he remembers that Ronnie still has a pencil in his mouth. He takes it out and places it outside his room, just like his mother has been doing since childhood, so that everyone thinks that he is sleepwalking. He places a pencil on the handle of the room's door from outside. Then he goes to the balcony and tries to open the window. But just then his parents come. He cleverly comes back to the room and pretends to be asleep. After some time, Luke's mother comes inside the house. As soon as she comes inside, his mother starts screaming. First of all, Luke's mother goes to Luke's room. Luke says, "I was sleeping and the pencil didn't fall, which means I didn't go out." After some time, the police come and take away all the bodies. But Ashley is still alive. While leaving, Luke sees Ashley's finger from the window. And from here, Luke's trouble increases. Luke tells his mother that we should go to the hospital and meet Ashley. And this is where the first part of the story ends. The second part of the story will come. Luke will probably go to the hospital and try to kill Ashley too. But this time, Ashley will have to be careful and trap him and take revenge of her love. And with this, the story ends. So friends, how did you like this story? Do tell us in the comments. And for such a movie recap, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next movie. Bye bye.